Yes, people, we are back. 12th man's back, channel's back, show's back. Just waiting for Don, but we got a full house. Myself, Lawless, Deji, D, and of course, Guna Lee. Deji took a hell of a cooking on Monday. Hell, we're going to do it again. Don and I get to sit back with some popcorn tonight because we had our cooking session with Deji on Monday. That means Deji knows the score already. He's going to sit and listen to Lawless, D, and Guna Lee, and then he's going to come back and does what he does best. Fire and bounce back for his club who are playing tonight at 8 p.m. against Coventry. And boy, were they dusty. Do you know what? They reminded me so much of Tutankhamun's coffin, man. That's how bad they were. Listen, we're in a place at the moment where I've been talking so much about Arsenal and Spurs. I'm actually quite happy to allow the mic to a good friend of mine, Dan Lawless, who messaged the group saying, dusty. Tottenham were useless. Tottenham were hopeless. So let me not speak for you, Lawless. Talk to me, my brother.
You know what? And this is why it was so sweet because, and the reason I mentioned that, because I've heard Deji every week have a lot to say about my club, right? How dusty West Ham are, how dusty our football is, and our manager. And look, obviously, you said we're all going to sit there and cook Deji. We know D is going to play defense attorney for him, so we'll get to that. So let's just know that what he's.
I'm just real.
Okay, well, we'll see.
You can't talk about dusty when you support West Ham. But anyways, continue.
Well, we'll get to West Ham and we'll get to Palace, yeah. But what I saw, yeah, was just a incredibly naive manager. That made me, from a neutral perspective, Ange in. Like, from a rival, I'm Ange in. Because Ange is not it for Spurs. He is not it at all. He hasn't learned anything from last season. That was the easiest game Arsenal will ever play. I said to Potts, like, Arsenal fans getting carried away about, oh, look, we beat Spurs without Odegaard. Like, you could have had no Saka, no Odegaard, no Rice, no flipping Martinelli, none of them. You had that defense, and it was so easy to defend against this team. It was so easy, and it was so predictable, and they had no answer. Like, this guy's got no plan B. If you can't break him down, his plan B was Timo Werner. That shows everything. And for those who ain't seen it, like, Tobes had a complete head loss at that substitution. And I fully understand it. I understand why he lost his shit. Because that is ridiculous. This guy, Ange, went last season and went at Spurs fans about wanting to lose to Man City. Yeah. And then he goes repeatedly and puts these performances in London derbies against West Ham, Chelsea, and Arsenal. This guy doesn't know about rivalries. This guy doesn't know about the tribalism in football, and it shows. And the form of Spurs, Deji, you should be worried. And the fact that you've been keeping this from us, because I didn't know about it, right? We was putting the stats in the group chat, right, about how, 3 wins or something in the last 14, haven't beaten the top 10 team since November last year, no wins against West Ham, Chelsea, or Arsenal. You've been keeping these stats to yourself and calling other teams dusty at the same time. Shame on you, Deji. Shame on you. That is relegation form. And I sat there, yeah, and I was naive. I naively backed you in this bet against Don because of how much of a mess they are. Now I've seen it, mate. You just, after losing 100 quid to me last season, I'm afraid to say, mate, you're going to be £100 down this season because Spurs, mate, you'll be lucky to get top 6, let alone top 4, mate. You are finished, yeah? Fully dusty.
Good, Lee. Please take the mic.
Listen, firstly, I wanna, apologize to my brothers. I wasn't able to make it. Obviously, there was a, long chat in the group. But listen, I definitely hold my hand up. I apologize. Obviously, we spoke about it earlier on. I also want to, say thank you, man, then, because obviously I had to be 15 minutes late or 20 minutes late to the show today, but I didn't want to miss it. I didn't want to miss this show today. That's why I asked so kindly if my brothers could just move it a little bit, because we do have a few things to discuss. And don't worry, Lawless, we will be coming to your club. Because we had a little chat yesterday, but anyway, and you put a few digs in there. You put a few digs in there, but don't you worry. We will be talking about dusty old West Ham. But it's funny that we talk about Tottenham, and it's so nice. But I'm actually quite bored of. I'm quite bored of Spurs. I'm actually quite bored of Tottenham. There's been all of this chat about, in their best period, that Spurs. Do you remember the chat, guys? The chat was Spurs have moved up past Arsenal, and this tilt before field tilt. There was the Tottenham tilt, and they had moved past Arsenal, and it was, Arsenal with the little old boys now, and it was 7 or 8 years that Tottenham had finished above Arsenal, and they're nothing now. Even though they didn't beat us at the Emirates, we were still picking up little trophies here and there. And now we come to a point where we've done something which hasn't been done since the 80s. It was actually the same color as the. Sorry, my missus. Sorry, my missus called me. My missus called me. I had to tell her to shut up. But I just have to let you know that it was in the 80s, the same color as Deji right now. That's the last time that currently that team was beaten by us 3 times in a row. And it's actually annoying because my missus is actually downstairs on the computer doing some work, hence why I can't use it. But it's actually quite nice to see some of the teams that they beat. And I think they beat Bournemouth twice. The list is incredible. They beat Man United, but they haven't beat anybody. And they haven't even beat their current manager is London Manager of the Year and hasn't won a game in London or against the London Club.
They beat us. They beat us. They beat us. So that's
Okay.
cat. They beat us. No one wants to
you know
mention
what?
that. They beat Palace.
Yeah, because
Do you
you're
know
not
what?
there. Like, there's
No,
no
no, no, no.
real
Do you know
rivalry.
what? Do you know what?
It just doesn't fit
Do
their
you
agenda,
know what?
right? Because they beat Palace.
Do you know what? Even if
Yeah.
they've beaten you once or twice, listen, the fact that they've only won 2 games, 3 games maximum in London, and he's the London Manager of the Year, the absolute irony of it all. I actually even thought David Moyes had a better chance last season. I genuinely, that's what I thought.
He won
So
a
listen,
trophy.
man.
He won a
There,
trophy.
there you go. So listen, man, it's absolutely diabolical. Spurs are a disgrace. But I actually want to talk to you, my friend Deji, because you always come in here and say, "Oh, this person doesn't know ball. This person doesn't know ball." You keep coming on with your little stories about how Tottenham had more of the ball and they played better. But you keep forgetting that we gave you the ball. Now, you need to understand that your team, they're a disgrace because you lost to an Arsenal team. You were hyping up with no Odegaard. You said you was prophesizing 3 weeks ago. You're looking past Newcastle on this very show. You said you're looking past the Zebras because you're waiting for our game, and you lost not one game. You lost both games, Deji.
Yeah.
You lost both games. Now I dare you to lose tonight. I dare you to lose tonight because oh my god,
Dude,
because my man next to me, hold on this way, he won yesterday, and you know what? Even Eddie
Barely.
Nketiah scored.
Barely.
Even Eddie Nketiah scored. So by that default, you better win today. And I don't want you to go through in penalties. I want you to just make it a nice, easy night. I want a 2-0. That's not too much to ask for. That's not. I'm not asking. I'm not asking for the unthinkable for you to win 2-0 against the bottom feeder of Coventry that you're playing tonight. So I don't really want to digress in the game too much because Deji, you and your club, you're pathetic. Your club are pathetic. You don't need to talk about us anymore. I don't want you to mention our players. I don't want you to talk about the Man City game next. I want you to own up and say, do you know what? Between your manager and your players, you are a disgrace. That's what we should hear from you. We don't need to hear any dissection of the game. We don't need to try and move the needle. We don't need to hear you to say, "Oh, you know what? I've been saying it for a while about Son," because 2 weeks ago you had the opportunity to say this about all of these players. You had the opportunity to say that you probably weren't too confident, but you don't do that, Deji. What you do is what you did 3 years ago is map out the Champions League final only to go out to AC Milan. That's what you do. On a weekly basis, you come out with utter shit every single week. And actually, sorry, I take that back. I hope this could actually be taken out because I know one of my students is actually watching me. And I actually forgot to say, I don't want to say his name for safeguarding reasons, but Dan Potts, you have a massive fan. But Lawless, you have an even bigger fan because he is a West Ham fan and he loves your stuff. But I'll tell you off screen about him anyway. But anyway, More to the point, right? And it's in South London. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Like, well, anyway, but yeah. But more to the point, you Spurs fans, you're pathetic. Everything about your club is pathetic. From the fact that you laud having a drink that you, because I was there last year, a drink that you can pour upside down. That's what you guys talk about constantly. That's all they talk about. But when it comes to actually on the pitch, James Maddison and Lawless, we're going to get to you as well because you were part of this big great brigade. You kept talking about Odegaard not being as good as the likes of Maddison. You were there. You were there last year when you was going off on them. You was going off and you kept talking about Maddison. And no. Listen, don't listen. Don't make me go and find those bloody. Don't
I have no
Don't
recollection.
make me go and find that video, Lord.
I just want to shake Lee's phone.
That's
because the freeze frames have been pissing me off. I can't lie. The still imagery of you has been getting me vexed. Have you finished? Because I'm
finished. I'm all done. Right. I'm all done.
So I have to say, Lee, that was one of the most dustiest monologues I've ever heard in my life. You talk about being pathetic.
It's just
I can't lie. You and the missing hair is a disgrace, and I'll tell you why. Yeah. First and foremost, I'm going to. You said something to me last year, Lee. You talked about me going to a mental health institution.
Chase Farm.
So let me bring that up.
Yeah.
Let me teach you a little bit of A-level psychology. Yeah. Have you ever heard of the term cognitive dissonance? Judging by your forehead, you probably haven't. So let me tell you.
Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Come on.
Is real quick.
Bit of psychology.
Cognitive dissonance occurs when a person's behaviors and beliefs do not complement each other, or when they hold two contradictory beliefs. You come out here shaking your bum violently for your club, chatting like you actually did something. The truth of the matter is, Arsenal showed respect to my club. You had 11 men behind the ball, bro. You had 11 men behind the ball. Big up Giuseppe, the Arsenal fan, who admitted that you, man, didn't have the tools in your locker to go at Spurs. The reason why you didn't have the tools in your locker to go at Spurs is because you didn't have the technical prowess to do anything, bro. This lie, you scored a header. Let's be real. And I'm looking at Dan, I'm looking at D, I'm looking at Lawless. Had they not scored that header, did you see Arsenal scoring a goal? No. That was
right. Hold on. Okay. That's okay.
You know what it reminds me of?
That's Deji. That's fine. That's all good.
You guys
Deji. That's all good.
No, I let you rant for 5 minutes. Let you rant. Let me rant. Let me rant, Baldy. Yeah.
Go on.
I ain't finished.
Go on. Yeah. Go on.
No,
when you're finished, can you come back to 2024 with that bloody camera? That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, you and you're someone who played ball. Your team conceded possession, got a header, lucky header, Romero error, and won the game. That was it. You're supposed to be a team challenging Man City. Where's your balls? Where's your knockers?
Hold on.
Where's your head?
Hold on.
Nowhere.
Let me ask you. Hold on, Deji, let me ask you a few questions then. So if you're saying to me that we're a team that's meant to be going for a league title, and we actually, because the name of the game is winning, right? The name of the game isn't go out there and
so you
find
were happy with that performance?
No, hold on, Deji. You know why I was? Because when the chips were down, you find another way to win. When the chips are down and you had a few players missing, you have to find another way to win. And listen, you're making it out like corners and set pieces are not part of the game.
No,
when did it happen, or when did it occur that all of a sudden set pieces or penalties aren't part of the game? If you win a game, you win a game. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and ultimately, we did exactly what your weakness was. It wasn't like, oh, we just plucked something out of the thin air. We targeted your keeper. He's clearly not good enough. He reminds me of, like when you get a fun fair, you get those big balloons, hot air balloons, and the arms are just waggling in the air. That's what your keeper's like. That's exactly what your keeper's like.
And then things like the American
club. When I asked the question, did Arsenal look like scoring? Everyone looked at me and they nodded like, nah. Arsenal did not look like scoring.
Listen,
You
Deji,
got a
Deji,
goal. I give you that.
Deji.
Credit to you.
Yeah,
but you
we got the
can't
goal.
say, if you try to do that in other matches, you will get punished. The
No, but
difference
Deji,
between
hold on,
Tottenham and Arsenal was,
Deji,
we didn't
Deji,
take our
okay,
chances.
Deji, okay,
That was it.
for one second.
What did
for one
any
sec-
of your
Wait,
players
hold on,
do,
Deji,
bro?
because no, Deji, this is important. For 1 second, stop talking about and stop concentrating on Arsenal. You guaranteed everybody on this panel, you guaranteed a win for Spurs. So let's let you don't need to talk about Arsenal. Arsenal aren't the butt of any joke right now. Your club are, and you are, because you guaranteed us. So on you, do you want us to just open up our legs for you to kind of score a goal? No. Ultimately, you need to find a way to get goals, whether that's through open play, whether that's through set pieces. And if you guarantee something and you ultimately don't do it, that's on you. We found a way to win. So I haven't spoken anything about Arsenal. I didn't speak about the performance. I'm speaking about you and your stupid, lofty idea that you think that you're a big club and you're a good club and you have good players.
Bro, we
Because
played like a big club.
But
We played like a big
no,
club.
you know what you do? You know what you
We
play like?
played how you
No,
should have played.
No. You know what you do? You play like how Arsenal played. No, you play like Arsenal played back in the 2006, 2005 era. And you know what happened? We used to go away to Blackburn. We used to go away to Bolton. We used to go away to certain teams like Portsmouth. We would play fantastic football and would lose. We would lose, Deji. And this is what I'm saying. Your team, your club are 20 years behind Arsenal because you see what you're talking about? We've done that. We've been doing that for 20 years and not picking up results. So now when we go away, it's horses for courses. And now you're going to sit there and say to me over and over again, you played like a big club because you had more possession. You had more possession and did what with it? You had 5 shots on target. 5. You had 5
How many
shots on
shots did you
target.
have on target? How many did you have?
Again, you're still talking about Arsenal.
But how many did you have?
You're lacking something
Look,
called
at the end of the day,
no. You're lacking something called accountability because you guaranteed unsolicited. Nobody forced you. Nobody put a gun to your head. You said that you were looking past Newcastle because they were the zebras. They were the zebra crossings. That's what you said. You then said you're going to look to Arsenal because you guaranteed us a win. You guaranteed us 2 wins. And you blamed the fact that you didn't have Solanke. You then had Solanke back for our game, and you still lost. You had all your players back, and you still lost. You were at home, and you still lost.
Look, Lee. Let's just quickly. Let me just respond to someone in the chat because there's some dickhead named Sally Martinag who is sitting there like a gorilla in the mist. Shut your face, you ugly mug. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing.
Respond to
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Yeah. Talk about your truth.
The truth of the matter is, bro. The truth of the matter is, you man showed respect to Tottenham, whether you liked it or not. Yes, you got the win, but the true measure of football is we know that had Gabriel not scored that header, that game ends in a draw. So you told me, you told me that Arsenal would penetrate the high line. You told me that you man will get bare chances. The truth is, you man had 2 chances on goal. Even the Martinelli chance isn't. I don't even count that as a chance. You passed the ball into our keeper's hand, so you can see that there is progression. You need to acknowledge that.
Deji, were you happy, Deji, with the way Ange set you up and the way you played football? Was you happy?
The truth, the reason why I don't like some of what Lee is saying is slightly disingenuous because had Tottenham had Kane, we bang. I know there's a lot of ifs and buts, but let's just talk about it. We're talking about who created more chances. Talking about who played better football. We played. Honestly, did you think, apart from the goal, jokes aside, did you guys look like scoring?
But no. Okay, Dan.
I need to ask Dan.
No. But Deji. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting again. Deji, nobody's spoken about Arsenal. We're speaking about you and your club, your inability.
I need to ask.
Before you digress onto Dan Potts and any Arsenal fan, can you explain? Because this is what we're talking about. Can you explain why you guaranteed us 2 wins and you didn't win? What happened with your team and your failures, hence why you couldn't score a goal? It's got nothing to do with
between Arsenal and Spurs right now.
That you don't win anything and you're crap.
Saliba.
Oh, goodness.
That is the difference between the two teams.
Gabriel was better
Had
than
we had
Saliba.
Saliba and you had Romero, would be.
Centre backs weren't even that bad, apart from that set piece, bruv.
No, for me, Romero, bro. Let me tell you what it is. When you're playing Premier League football, you can do a lapse once, you can do a lapse twice. You can't have 3 lapses in concentration in 4 games. For me, I watch Saliba. He doesn't make those mistakes, and he doesn't switch off. Romero switched off 3 times. It's cost Spurs 4 points. That's simple. That's the difference.
But you got problems with attack as well, though.
And you know what, Don? Let me ask you, because I know you understand what I'm trying to say. The point I'm trying to make, and I think Dan was going to make the same point before he was rudely interrupted by Lee. The truth of the matter is Arsenal did not look like scoring. That's the truth. They can't shake their bum for that. They did nothing. That means Tottenham was in control. This myth that Arsenal was in control, that's what they did. They got the header and they got the win, is something that happened fortunately. That opportunity was a fortunate opportunity that they took. Other than that, Arsenal did absolutely
So how was you in control?
nothing.
So how was Spurs in control?
Because
I
we were not in
the
danger.
because you're doing
We were not in danger during the game, bro.
because I'm doing
exactly look like scoring either.
I'm doing facts.
Yeah, I know we didn't look like scoring.
It was such a meaty game. Such a meaty game, honestly.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was,
cool.
it
So
was
if
a
that's
big
the
game.
case, okay, cool. Because that's what I said. I'm doing facts. You're doing conjecture. I said that you had
Oh, you
5
look like
shots.
scoring.
No. But when did I say that? I'm saying to you,
You're saying that
you
you're
keep
doing
saying
facts
you
and I'm
keep
doing
your whole
conjecture. So
point
what
is
are the facts?
your whole point is that Arsenal are a disgrace. I shouldn't get happy or excited because ultimately Arsenal didn't have control of the ball. We didn't have any shots. We didn't have anything like that, and we got a lucky goal or a goal by a set piece. And you're saying that because we're a big club, we should come out and dominate when we're missing 4 of our first teamers. And come out and show our metal to win the game. Yeah, that's what you're saying. But Deji, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. 2 years ago, let me give you a breakdown. 2 years ago, Man City came to the Emirates and they changed the whole way they played. I didn't actually go to the game, but I watched the game. They were doing long balls, Haaland, and you know what happened? They scored their first goal because why? Tomiyasu made a mistake, a back pass, De Bruyne kicked it in the goal. They scored another goal, long ball over the top, Haaland scored a goal. So Deji, what I'm trying to explain to you is teams find another way to win. You look at Chelsea, Bayern Munich. When they played Barcelona, they sat back and they counter-attacked because they had a good team. They had £50 million spent
Why would you sit back for a team?
Because Deji, as well as us, as well as we are as a team, sometimes you have to find another way to win. This is a derby, so I don't know why the rules now change. All of a sudden, it keeps changing for Arsenal. When does the way that somebody plays in a derby matter? This is a derby, so you keep going off.
I've never seen Arsenal play like that in a derby.
No. But
That was the worst.
But the thing is, though, I kind of hear what Deji. I think what Deji's trying to say. I get what Deji's trying to say. Basically, Deji's trying to say that Arsenal didn't play well, right? They didn't play well.
That's fine.
You didn't really do much. You didn't really do much in open play, which is true. I think you had the better chances with Martinelli. I think Martinelli
I agree.
has to bag that. But ultimately, it came down to one of their biggest strengths and set pieces. Deji, as much as you don't like it, bro, set pieces, they're part of the game, right?
I get that, bro.
Yeah. And that's why my prediction last week, I said Arsenal have every chance of getting a result, and I think it's going to be from a set piece. Because Arsenal
can I just add in there?
That was my point.
The whole thing right now, the whole main difference between Chelsea and Arsenal, why they keep saying that they're a bigger club, you know what it started with? A set piece. Let me tell you the reason why. Because Drogba scored a header against Bayern Munich. That's how the ball book started rolling. Otherwise, Chelsea would be irrelevant in terms of Arsenal, in terms of comparing. That's the reason why.
Yeah, but the question is, Lee, yeah, I feel like Deji's going towards something here, which is going to be interesting. How you played the other day, I think Deji's trying to say this. Deji, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that sustainable? Right? Exactly. To go play against better teams, is that sustainable?
You know why it is? Because Deji, Don, you have to think, give it context. We were missing Rice, the guy that is the enforcer in the midfield. We were missing Odegaard, the most creative player. If you take Hazard out of your team when you had them dusty teams back in the day that couldn't counter-attack against Man City, your whole way that you play would have been different. We also were missing somebody who could come in and be a replacement for him.
So now you acknowledge that when you're missing main players, you can't do certain things. But when I say this to you, Lee, your energy's not like this.
Hold on. Let's not digress, because you see the difference.
It's true.
Hold on. Because you know why? Because we still won. We found a way to win, and that's what people are failing to understand. So yes,
I agree with that.
You did find a way to win.
No, Don. I'll give you that. Listen, Don. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give Man United that, and I'm gonna give Newcastle that. But with that same logic you're saying, we still win games. With that same logic, you still lose games. Man United finished 8th, you finished 7th or whatever, or 6th, and also Newcastle finished where they finished. But yes, with all those injuries. So all I'm saying is, let's look at the bare facts. We won the game. You even admitted, and I think a lot of people admit, I think clear-cut chances, we had better clear-cut chances. With the Martinelli chance that should have been scored. The Havertz one where he headed it and it came off the keeper and miraculously hit one of the Tottenham defenders' hands. So for me, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, right, we did enough to win the game because we scored the goal. And we exploited a weakness. I don't understand why.
How are you feeling about Arsenal going forward now? Because for me, what I noticed the other day, was Saka was struggling in the game because he didn't have Odegaard next to him, right? If you actually watch Arsenal consistently, you'd know most of Arsenal's play comes from the right-hand side. Yes, you've got Rice coming back. You already know how I feel about Rice in the 8. He hasn't started off the season well. What he done for England is irrelevant to me because he hasn't done that for Arsenal as of yet, right? And like I said, on that right-hand side, you've got a bit of an issue there because the way Saka plays, he likes to bounce off of Odegaard and that. And you've had the update that he's out for at least a few weeks, few months or whatever it is, yeah? It's going to affect how you play, bro, right? That's why when Deji's saying what he's saying, I fully hear it, because in isolation, yes, you take a result because you beat your biggest rivals. Yes, that's fine. But going forward as an Arsenal fan, I'm going to be a little bit worried, bro. Yeah,
that's all I'm wanting to hear.
Worried.
That's all I'm wanting to hear from Lee.
Worried about.
There's nothing from that performance that can give these guys confidence moving forward.
Man City are going to slap them up.
That whole team. The only thing that we can say is that
beat them easily like that.
Very good defensively, but apart from that, there's nothing.
Let's hear. I want to hear what D has to say about.
Yeah, that's what I want to come to now.
I genuinely want to know if he's gonna give a serious opinion here about Spurs, obviously the game, and just overall the state of Tottenham Hotspur. What are you saying, D? Let's hear it.
I honestly think West Ham got lucky against Fulham. Like you're literally losing 1-0, and then we spoke about Spurs enough. Like
whoa. Look at this guy. He's so eager, isn't it? He's so eager to speak about.
Spoke about Spurs enough. Like no,
we didn't. We spoke about Arsenal more than we even spoke about the state of Spurs. We spoke more about Arsenal. We don't know about
Spurs. In a really good position, D.
Huh?
You think Spurs are in a really good position, D?
Yeah, where are they finishing this season? What are you saying? Are they going to finish above Chelsea? Are they
going to get funny? No one's actually spoke about the ref yet, have they? About the 5 yellow cards in the first half. In terms of
ref,
yellow cards,
that was one of the worst.
The penalty that wasn't given.
Yeah, no one's actually spoke about the ref yet. But yeah, I mean, look, I mean, Deji's even said it as well. It's not a great game, is it? Like, it wasn't a great game from Spurs. Arsenal played like prime Crystal Palace 2013, trying to stay up in the league, Tony Pulis football. And the good thing is that you got set piece coach. If you didn't have a set piece coach, then you probably wouldn't have won that game. But then again, you'll miss some players. But yeah, let's talk about Chelsea. Let's also talk about Tottenham.
Can I just also say something? Hold on. Can I also just say something?
We won, bro.
Because by Deji's logic, the fact that because we didn't have more possession, they had more shots. Does that mean that Man City are also a smaller club than you as well? Because last season, when you lost 2-0 against them, you had more possession, you had more shots, you had less expected goals. So by that same very logic, it's the same thing, right? We had less possession, you had more shots. So does that mean that Man City are a small club as well? Does that mean that you're better than Man City as well? Because they came to your ground. They came to your ground and they did exactly that. They gave the ball up. And what's your point?
I guess for me, the bit that I want you to acknowledge, Lee, is that, look, I'm giving you your plaudits and I'll give you your flowers.
I want you to acknowledge your fucking nut job. That's what
I need you to also
acknowledge that.
What I need you to appreciate,
psychopath.
What I need you to appreciate is that you adopted risky football. Because if you're going to tell me that's the style of football that you're going to adopt, that's going to take you to the promised land and win the league, then you must be.
No, we agree. That is horrendous to watch.
That's what I'm saying.
It ain't going to be for me the way we win the league, right?
Tottenham style of play isn't going to get them anywhere.
Thank you. We
just need to score, bro. We just need to
keep talking
about.
But
the problem is, Deji, it's not just about scoring. You said if you had Kane, you would have won, and I disagree because you didn't create the clear-cut chances. All these crosses, right? You wasn't beating the first man. You was trying to play through balls, and they were just getting crowded out. So you didn't really have an answer. It's not like Solanke had a tons to feed off. He had that header that bounced wide. So it needs to be about creating those chances, opening teams up, breaking teams down. That seems to be your biggest weakness.
Do you know what it is as well, Lawless, right? For me, right, I look at it and I think, if I'm a Spurs fan right now, I'm looking at the way we're playing and I'm thinking it stinks. I'm looking at the last 4 wins in 14 and I'm looking at the teams they beat. Everton, Luton, Burnley, Sheffield United. And I'm looking at the manager saying, how are you going to improve this? Now, look, let me throw this super chat to you, Dej. There's some super chats here. No, I'm not going to read that.
I agree with that. Pathetic.
I'm not going to read that one. Keep them respectful, please, people. Is Tottenham beating Coventry today, Deji? Go on, Dej.
Look, I'm not going to lie to you. I've seen the lineup. And I'm not happy with the team that we've put out.
But then you don't even care about the Carabao Cup, so it's fine.
No, I don't care about.
If you lose, it's a win, so that's fine.
I don't care about. I'm not. Look, even if we score tonight, I can't celebrate. It's the Carabao.
No, but they can't afford to lose.
I'm not as shameless as
that's the last trophy you've seen your team win, bro.
One at a time. One at a time.
Look, I won't. If we win tonight, if we score tonight, you won't see me celebrate. I won't shake my bum for that competition. I stay true to myself. However, if Postecoglou does not win tonight, he is under pressure. And I think I mentioned it on Monday. I've given him 3 games. He's got to win today. He's got to win against Brentford on the weekend. And then he's got to beat a dusty Man United team. Failing that, his job is really on the line. So for me, I'm expecting a win. But I've seen the lineup, and we've got Fraser Forster in goal.
Wait, hold on. Lads, hold on. Let's not let him get away with this. Why would you not be happy with this lineup? You said you're finishing 3rd with this very squad. No, you said you're in a title race with this very squad. Why would you be unhappy? I
don't like Forster in goal.
Because one keeper.
You said you don't like the lineup.
Right now,
he can't be much worse than Vicario by what I saw.
No, he's better. Vicario is much better. But Lee talked about fine margins, the other day. And
no, I didn't. I said your shit.
The difference between Spurs and Arsenal was a fine margin. Was a header, literally that. Now, for me, Fraser Forster is AKA Mr. Blobby. All right, he can't bend down. He can't get to the floor quick enough. So I already know that is a suspicious part of the pitch. And Coventry had a good run. I think they were robbed of the FA Cup in the semi-final against United last season. So I can't hold my breath and say that with confidence that Spurs will win tonight with Forster in goal. One player can make a difference, just like 2 players can see us watch a free-flowing Arsenal team.
Deji, stop this. Deji, stop this. Stop this, bro, because Forster, yes, we know Forster is rubbed out. He shouldn't even be playing football anymore, yeah? He should not be playing football anymore. Yeah. But you have 10 other players on the pitch.
Thank you very much.
Be doing something, bro, against Coventry, yeah? Coventry on a bad side. I watched them against United. You guys remember, that's the only game I watched of theirs, yeah? They look like they had a few players that could do something, right, in that game. But you lot have players that are playing in the Prem, training with Premier League players. Archie Gray played in the Championship last year.
Thank you very much.
He's used to playing against these sort of guys. Bergvall should be able to do something. You've put out a good enough lineup to beat these guys, bro.
They
game.
got Bentancur that didn't he win the Copa America? And didn't he
Bro,
win the World Cup?
We're not going to win the game because
Don,
the full start
Don,
is absolutely shocking.
Don,
I can't believe what
I'm
you're
gonna
saying.
be Don, I'm gonna be real with you, and I hope that look, I hope you're not doing this for likes, and I hope you're not doing it for subscribers. You're good as you are, all right. So I want you to answer me as good as you are, mate. This is the thing: when you look at Tottenham's performances and Lawless, let's
even check
real.
your lineup.
What has cost Spurs? Has it been the style of play, or has it been the lapse in Romero's concentration? That's all I need to. I just need you lot to legit.
Oh, you hold on. The other day, the week before, you played Arsenal. Yeah, you had a lot of chances against Newcastle. You weren't able to finish them. Right. You lost that game defensively again. Like you said, Romero made a mistake
because of Romero.
Yeah. But okay, that's fine. But if other people did their job up top, you won't be talking about Romero the way he was.
Thank you.
You might mention it to say, "Yo, Romero needs to improve." But today, our attackers did their job. Yeah. The other day, you mentioned about, we haven't got Harry Kane, right? Harry Kane will still struggle in that game because you weren't creating nothing for Solanke, bro. Yeah.
But then Harry Kane, would have dropped in and created. That's what you lot forget about Harry Kane. Harry Kane, we've seen Harry Kane as that playmaker. So.
And he scores out of nothing.
We're gonna miss Harry Kane. Gonna
Yeah.
miss Harry Kane, not for the goals, for defending from corners. That's what I heard.
Defending from corners, right? The other day, you can't tell me if you basically saying that you needed Harry Kane for that game. Is basically saying Solanke was crap. Yeah, I would hear what you're saying. If Solanke was. Hold on, Deji. Let me finish what I'm saying, Deji. Yeah, I would hear what you were saying if Solanke kept missing bare chances. You're like, we still haven't been able to replace Kane. But the facts are, you lot weren't playing to Solanke's strengths the other day. Right, and we've already seen Kane for England when he had no one creating for him. He's useless on the pitch. It's like playing with 10 men. The other day, if you played like that with Kane, it'll be the same thing. You can say, yeah, Kane can score out of nothing, but Arsenal defend very well. So I can argue that as well. If Kane's trying to score out of nothing, they've got Saliba, they've got Gabriel, and Timber had a very good game. Right?
I wish I could get Thierry Henry back as well. I wish I could get Thierry Henry back. He would score a load of goals for us as well. He would help us win the title last season as well. How fucking stupid is that? We get Harry Kane. Look at this
lineup, yeah.
Harry Kane.
Look at the lineup. Let me read the lineup. Let me read the Spurs lineup.
So do you think Conte gets fourth with Spurs without Kane in the side?
Who cares? Listen, we're having irrelevant conversations right now. Kane, we know how good Kane was for Tottenham, but Deji, you can't tell me you can't beat Coventry, with Udogie at left back, Ben Davis and Dragusin, Archie Gray at right back, Bentancur, Sarr, Bergvall, which is basically a Premier League midfield, Solanke up top, Alderberg, who should have even started the other day, and Werner. Werner shouldn't be at your club anyway, but it is where it is. You can't look at that squad and tell me, we're going to lose because of full stop. There's no way, bro.
But Don, you're not looking at Coventry squad. They got Jamie Allen there. Had you right? Like they've got some balls.
No, I'm not saying Coventry are dead.
And not look at the other team and look at their.
I'm saying,
I'm not saying Coventry are dead. I'm just saying Spurs have put out a good enough lineup to beat them.
I agree with Don.
But Don, you told us about rhythm the other day, None of these men have played even 45 minutes this season. Sometimes it's about also minutes. You're not just going to come cold tonight and expect them to just bulldoze a Coventry team. That's a decent. I'm showing respect.
I never said bulldoze. I said win.
You know what I'm saying? Should win on paper, but that's because I don't know half the Coventry squad's players' names. But that's not. I actually rate Coventry. I think they're a decent team, to be honest. That's why I can't shake my bum.
Look, let me, because Deji's got to go watch the game. Let me just come in with a couple of these super chats. You said Spurs bench is the best in the league, Deji. I don't think you did say that.
I didn't say the best.
No, you did say it was good though, I must say. He's also said when City lost De Bruyne last season, they scraped through most games 1-0. I don't know if they did. If you lose your creative players, you're supposed to find other ways to win. Big up for the super chats, man. Much appreciate that. Also, Chaitanya has said, Gyökeres impressed me, Dan. Yeah. What a goal last night again. He looks string fast and solid finisher. He'll go for a big move this season. He has goals in him. Hope we sign him. Yeah, he's an absolute baller, man. And I wanted him in the summer. And I wanted a replacement for Odegaard. Oh, look what's happened to him. He's now out for months. Surprised that. There we go.
Just score set pieces every game, Potts.
Yeah,
isn't it?
set piece FC, bro. Set piece FC. Turn into West Ham on the Moyes if we carry on like this.
But it wasn't cool when we did it. It wasn't fashionable or trendy when West Ham was scoring by set pieces.
They won you a trophy, my bro. I said David Moyes is your best manager.
I mean, when Pulis does it, it's like that that fucking meme, innit? Like sexual harassment and fucking, just normal.
Just stop. I don't know what meme you're talking about.
You've not seen the meme?
Anyway,
I know what you mean.
It's the meme with the guy that looks all jacked up and that, and they're saying like, oh, if he comes onto a girl with sexual harassment, then it's some good-looking guy, and it's like, oh, but if he does it, it's
Coventry
like,
almost scored.
I mean,
listen,
people know the meme.
Well, Deji, you'll be happy with Coventry winning, right? So. This is what they're not understanding. They're thinking like you're going to be fuming if you lost today's game, but in a good way. Like you do want to lose today's game. That's the thing. You do want to lose today's game, right? You're just talking about Ange. Like you don't care about this competition.
No, I don't care about the competition, but I think in order to calm the fan base down, it's not a good look for Ange if he loses tonight. I can't lie to you. For me, if he loses tonight and then loses on the weekend, then his job could be up. I can't lie. So he has to win for his stake. But as for the Carabao Cup, like I said to you, it's like running the London.
You're not better than that. You're not better than the Carabao Cup.
That's the meme, by the way. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, I know what it is now. I knew what it was anyway. I've seen it before. It's flirting. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. But D's done another good job tonight of sticking up for Tottenham and Deji. Well done.
I haven't even said anything. I've said nothing. I've been quiet.
Listen, I put the spotlight on you, and you had nothing relevant to say. I wanted to know from you, listen, we've gone over the game in detail. All I wanted to know is, are Spurs going to actually finish somewhere decent this season? Are you not worried for Spurs?
Yeah, ask that question.
Their form. I asked about your opinions on Spurs, because their form is atrocious, 3 wins in 14.
Come on, take your pants off. Take your Spurs pants off. Come on, take them off. Come on.
I don't know, man. The audio keeps cutting out. I already said what I've said about Spurs. Like it wasn't a great performance, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, as Deji said before, crying now.
But we're talking about their form, D. Their form. Forget the game in isolation. 3 wins in
above you, bums. Trust me, they'll finish above you lot. Well, I don't know what you're.
They can't even beat us. They can't even beat us.
Yeah, they'll still finish above you. They're
the whipping boys of London.
Well, listen, let's move from Spurs. Dej, if you want to shoot, go watch the game. You do that, my bro. Absolute love.
I would stay and save your sanity. You don't need to.
No, I'm going to watch the game. And
don't waste your time. Don't waste your time to watch that game, because all you're going to do if you lose, you're going to come with a bunch of excuses next week. Mate, this guy's a joker, mate.
Love Deji. Thanks for coming on, man. Lawless, you thought Chelsea were lucky at the weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, big time. They just don't impress me. I don't impress me. And look, Don, sorry, I know Pelly's in the chat and she's a big Chelsea fan and I respect her, but you're going to get strays here because your team, really, honestly, like you've got a few good players. I like Nkunku. I think he should be a starter. I think he's a quality player. I think he's a game changer. He's got pace. I don't know why Don don't rate him where he's not fighting for him to be in the starting 11. But yeah, I think he's good. But really and truly, I thought Bournemouth created the better chances. Like Bournemouth had them sweating. They had them seriously sweating. Obviously, they had the penalty shout, the penalty that they didn't score. But really and truly, I think Bournemouth deserved a lot more from that game. And that was not a confident, dominant Chelsea performance. Do you know what I mean?
Imagine West Ham saying that after playing.
That's why I'm laughing.
I'm hearing people.
You think it's all about West Ham? Not
people like Lawless. People like Lawless are being mad salty because I even had to go back and watch the game again because I was like, from a lot of the takes that I'm hearing about Chelsea got lucky and Bournemouth deserved it. I was like, that is not what I watched. Let me go watch the game back again.
Dan agreed with me.
In the first half.
It's true.
They had 19 shots to your 10. They had 7 on target to your 3, mate.
Most of their shots, Lawless, were from outside of the box. What are you talking about? They were straight at Sanchez. Sanchez made 2 good saves all game, right? They hit the bar from, again, outside of the box. They hit the post, again, from outside of the box.
That's unlucky.
Bournemouth.
Why does it matter? Wait. It don't count if it's outside the box.
You're talking about but you're talking like they created so many clear-cut chances. If they create a lot of clear-cut chances and they were pamming us, then I'll be like, okay, cool. That game, yeah, Bournemouth deserved to win, right? But they had half-cut chances very similar to us.
But you gave away those chances.
I could give you 3 examples where Jackson had 3 chances himself, bro. Yeah, 3 chances, right? That first half, we had in the game. What it was, we kept a lot of the ball, very very similar to Tottenham, but we wasn't doing much with it. Yeah, every single time was beating their press because Bournemouth, what they do, they press very high, and that's what I was saying in my preview. They're gonna keep pressing us. Yeah, they wasn't giving Caicedo and Vega any space in the midfield, right? Palmer and Madueke, they were sloppy in the first half. Madueke's getting the ball in hella space. I don't know if you remember that chance, Lawless, that we broke down where he gave it to Jackson. Jackson should have hit it first time. Yeah. But the guy just slid in. Madueke broke down 2 attacks. Jackson broke down about 3 attacks in the first half. Palmer broke down 2 attacks in the first half. Right. So on the ball, when we was getting in good areas, we wasn't doing well with the ball. The quality wasn't good. The difference between us and Bournemouth is in the final third, they were a little bit better. Yeah, they were a little bit better. That's why they were able to.
Other Chelsea fans are agreeing with me in the chat, by the way. There's a few.
No, they can agree. They can agree. They can agree with whatever you want to agree with. I don't need that validation. Go check yourself and go see where most of Bournemouth's shots were. Most of Bournemouth's shots were straight at Sanchez, bro, picking them up, right? And we had opportunities ourselves. Sancho created for Jackson in the second half. He tried to bend it. It went around. Yeah. Like I said, in the first half, Jackson had a very good opportunity. He took a touch. Yeah. He had another one. He had another one in the first half. He had another one in the first half. He had another one in the first half where Levi Cole gave him a through ball and their keeper made a save. So we had chances as well. Madueke had a chance very, very early on in the first half.
No, you've got to thank Don. You got to thank Sanchez, man. He was one of your better players.
Sanchez was our best player in the game, and for me,
that's
it was
not a good thing, man. That's not a good thing.
Sancho was our best player in the game because I gave him man of the match, and he actually got man of the match. Yeah. In the second half, we used our squad. Maresca's in-game management this time around was better. Remember, I came on here the other week. I said in the second half against Palace it was shit. We brought on Felix. We played Felix left wing. We brought in Nkuku. We play Nkuku right wing. This time round, he takes off Disasi. Yeah, he plays for Fana right back. He takes off Jackson. He puts Nkuku up top. Right. He takes off Madueke. He puts who did he put on the right at that point? He put Palmer on the right at that point. He put Felix in the midfield. So it was a lot better. Yeah, and already Jadon Sancho, we started to use our left a lot more. That's something that we haven't really been doing since Hazard. We mainly use our right ever since Hazard left. Yeah. Sancho, you can see exactly what he brings to the team, the quality, right? And the pass to Nkuku, bro, like you're saying, Nkuku is the best finisher in this team. I don't like him up top, Lawless, but if we're going to play him with Sancho, right, because Sancho likes to supplement players, I'm happy with him playing up top if we're going to do that.
Better than Jackson.
Of course, bro. Like, again, it all depends what you're playing around him. If Nkuku's playing up top, you have to play to his strengths because he doesn't really stretch the pitch. He likes the ball to feet. He likes to link up. That's why I don't really like him playing with Neto and that, because Neto and that, when they're giving the ball, they want it back wide and they're going to try whip it in. Nkuku's not fucking Osimhen to try head it in every single time.
I'm just saying, right? Don, you can't really.
So for me, that game, I don't look at the game and say we were lucky. We made the changes, right? We made the right changes, and our quality won us the game. It was as simple as that, bro.
Can I just give you something quickly?
Simple as that.
You can ask this question to Lawless. We did count this as lucky as well. Fulham had 1.54 expected goals.
Oh my god!
0.76. They had 21 shots against West Ham's 11. They had 4 big chances against West Ham's 1. Don, you can ask a question. So
just to add on his top as well. Like for me, look, I don't ask for a lot. I don't ask for a lot from you. But please mud these a lot on Saturday. That's all I ask. That's all I just need to see West Ham back in the mud because there's a famous video of me. There's a famous video of me, and I said, "What's West Ham are? West Ham are shit."
And you apologized for it on this show. You apologized for it already.
Hold it. No. West Ham. West Ham are shit. And I need Chelsea to just show West Ham the real, true self.
Lee, you've frozen, bro. I don't know if you want to turn your camera off.
D has been saying this for a few weeks now.
I haven't even been.
Can I give you context?
I've been real about this.
No. I don't want no context.
No, I want to tell people why you're saying this. This is why
your context stinks.
No, We need to tell the people why you're saying this. Why you've
No,
switched
I'm
up
being
like this.
honest. That's what I'm doing. Is being honest.
Because this guy Lee, he was twerking for this picture of Rice, in some weird suit with like ropes all coming through it or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, that's so
London
cold."
Fashion Week.
He was all hyping it up, and he got so upset and offended because I said,
How?
I said that Rice is going down the Hector Bellerin route. And
Imagine.
that was like the worst thing I could have possibly said. He was like, "You're just salty."
What do you mean by Hector
Ever
Bellerin?
since then, look.
Imagine.
look
So
where we are.
basically, he's at the
Declan Bellerin.
Emirates, and the Emirates yesterday they hosted this London Fashion Week.
Yeah, I saw it.
And he's basically trying to now. Dan Lawless is trying to assume and trying to make out that all of a sudden, because he's modelling, which he wouldn't do at West Ham, because we know all they do is wear bloody top hats and bloody Stone Island jackets everywhere they go. That he's now lost himself. He's now lost himself. And part of their bloody uniform weekly is to have a bevy in their hand. He's now lost himself to make out that he's not the same player because he's not West Ham through and through, and he's not part of Green Street anymore, and he's not up like West Ham High Road and all that other
I'm
BS.
just saying this parallels to
He would walk into West Ham tomorrow and become the club captain as well. Like,
no, but Bellerin was a quality player, and guess what? He
and with the context,
what do you focus on modeling?
Yeah,
Bellerin
Bellerin had two. I think it was an ACO and an MCO. I think it was. So that's the context. That's why he fell off. But anyway, that's besides the point. The point is that you talking about Chelsea. Now look, I'll give you a props. First half, Chelsea were absolutely diabolical. They were absolutely disgusting. I don't know what that manager was doing. And again, as Chelsea fans, you can't comment on there.
It wasn't even the manager though. It was the players in the first half.
But his setup of that team was stunk. But look, I'll give him credit. Second half, he turned it around. He found a way to get the best out of the players that he's got. So fair play to him. But I need Saturday, Chelsea. I don't want to see 45-minute performances. I don't want to see 25-minute performances. I want to see a 70-minute solid performance. Because look, we have to be fair. West Ham have got some good players. West Ham are at home. West Ham have a decent record, and they're going to have a moment of, they're going to be on dominating Chelsea.
Don't forget, it's our bogey ground recently.
I don't care about that. I don't want to hear that because we've been beating our bogey team for a while now. Yeah, you spent a lot of money. I need you to come forward to the table and do something very, very good for the world. I need you to beat. And I mean it for the world because everybody wants West Ham to lose. Trust me. I need you to beat West Ham. I need you to. Arsenal had the flack on them last week, and we found a way with all of our injuries and all of these things.
Pots, who do you want to win, Chelsea or West Ham?
I can't lie, man. I want West Ham to win.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, man, your favorite players back.
You know what? It's only because I hate Chelsea more. That's literally only why. That's the only reason why.
I need to see West Ham moneyed because you know what? As well, do you know what makes it even sweeter? It's funny when Chelsea lose, but we've seen it enough. When Daps bloody hell. When Don loses, we know what it is. But when Lawless loses, oh my god, it is like it's like the nectars of God. It's just so sweet.
If they play like they did against Bournemouth, it ain't gonna happen. We ain't gonna lose.
Please, Don. That's all I ask from you. I don't.
Let's hear from you, D. Let's hear from you, D.
But Lawless, I don't get it though. You're making it sound as if Bournemouth were just cutting through us, bro. They really weren't.
They really had a spell where they were. You're crazy if you tell me you weren't worried.
But the thing is, this is what you like to do. You're not fair. This is what I'm saying, Lawless. You're not fair in your takes because you're looking at the parts where they were like trying to get through on goal, but you're not looking at the parts where we did the same. Lawless, you're not looking at the parts. You're not looking at the parts where we did the same. Yeah. I did a show yesterday with a panel. Right? And I've got Y Scouts. I managed to screenshot all the bits where we broke down the attacks. Yeah. There's numerous screenshots. There is numerous screenshots and there's multiple times where we broke down our own attacks. Yeah. Don't act as if we weren't getting in good positions like Bournemouth. Because we were.
It's Bournemouth, yeah. If you're trying to tell me you've got designs of finishing in the top 4 this season, you can't sit here and get your chest out. And as Deji would say, shake your
I never got my chest out.
A 1-0 scrape win.
Yeah, but where did I get my chest out?
In the mouth.
Yeah, but Lawless, the difference is last season we went to Bournemouth with a shit manager of a shit mentality. We drew that game 0-0. And then he came out after saying the subs that he made was all about protecting the point against
we want
Bournemouth.
to do that.
Yeah?
Do we want to do
hold,
that?
hold on, Lawless. Hold on, Lawless.
I'm
Seeing the
coming for that.
Seeing the likes of Alfie Gilchrist and defensive-minded defenders to see, defensive-minded players to see out the game. Whereas now Maresca was like, "Nah, fuck that. I need to go for the win," and that's exactly what we did. Our bench changed the game, bro.
You want to do that? You want to do that? You want to do this, Don? Yeah, and
I will do it.
D, you pay attention real good to this, yeah, because what Don's just said is very interesting. You want to bring up last season you drew against Bournemouth, yeah. Well, guess what? Right, we want to talk about West Ham. Last season we went to Fulham and we lost 5-0. Yeah. Last season we went to Palace and we lost 5-2. What happened? We beat Palace and we've drew against Fulham. So put some respect on Lopetegui's name. Yeah, if we're going to do this last season, this season,
but you can look at it like that, Lawless, because end of the day, most of those players that played for Bournemouth, most of those players, apart from Solanke, are still there, right? And last season we struggled to beat them. This time around, we're beating them. We struggled to beat Wolves all the time.
I want to hear from D, man. I want to hear.
But it's not a good enough team to do something, right?
Here we go. Oh, here we go.
I'll show you title because last season was so bad. This season's good, right, Lourdes? That's what you're saying. So let me just see.
Here we go. Context.
Lopetegui got it so wrong, and it looks like this guy. Looks like this guy here. You look alike. So all this facade, which you do a lot of facade on here. I know the real you. It's
not
you.
A facade. I'm real.
Listen. Why on earth would you come on here and talk about last season we lost 5-0? Well, hold up. Lopetegui didn't get wrong. He got so wrong. And you're complaining about him even before the game started. And when you look at the stats, you got absolutely battered, but you got very lucky. You got very lucky with that last minute Danny Ings goal. But the thing is, I'm not going to talk. I'm just saying for all the Lopetegui lovers, yeah, some people, they can have normal conversations about football. But some people are deluded in their thoughts about Lopetegui. And for those who've been so deluded not to have a conversation about the pros and cons of Lopetegui, you all deserve this and more is coming your way. So be excited. Anyway.
You are so full of shit, yeah. Honestly, like the way you do this, like I've never come out here. I don't do what Don does. I don't do what Deji does. I don't do what Lee does, yeah. I'm not here to
What do we do? What do I do?
Yeah. You run propaganda, yeah. You're massively biased, yeah. I'm real.
What do you mean I'm massively biased? Now stop this,
Lawless. You are not
Lawless. You're watching the game. I was watching the game, Don.
Lawless, stop this. Did I not come out here after the Palace loss? I'm even saying lost because it felt like we lost. Did I not come out here and crash it on most of my players and the manager, bro? What are you talking about? Yeah, I said in the first half, I said the likes of Palmer were bad, Jackson was bad, Madueke was bad. Why would I be saying these things if I'm so biased, bro? I call it as I see it. Who are doing it?
Lawless is the most biased person on here. He lets his pride get in his way of logical thoughts. Those are facts. He just doesn't want to say anything bad about Lopetegui and hasn't wanted to say anything bad about Lopetegui here because he's got so much pride on his line that he wants to make this work. He hasn't been logical. I
haven't had anything bad to say.
The most you've said about Lopetegui here, whilst I've been having the West Ham fans bashing me and having every single game, is that he wasn't your first choice. Apart from that, you haven't said anything much. So you're gonna find out the hard way, and that's fine.
I haven't had bad to say. I'm giving him a chance.
How's this game going? You and Chelsea. I want to know the Chelsea West Ham preview, man. I want to know what you two are saying, innit? Come on.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's go. I just want to quickly say, yeah, Lopetegui did get the lineup wrong. He made the changes quickly. He's adaptable. And the key thing is for me, you will see me on my if he starts the same lineup he did against Fulham with that awful 3-man midfield of Rodriguez, Alvarez, and Souček, then I'm going to have a very different conversation about Lopetegui. He made a mistake. He's got a chance this Saturday to rectify it. If he plays that same lineup, we will lose. But he's not going to. I have faith that he's not going to play that same lineup. He's not going to make the same mistake twice. He is going to start a good team. We're going to take it to Chelsea. And I have every faith that we'll win because I said this on the preview on my channel, on West Ham Fan TV.
Guess what Deji did?
What?
Guaranteeing wins. You're guaranteeing wins against Chelsea. You're guaranteed. You said you've got every faith you're going to win the game. That's
not a guarantee. Faith is a guarantee.
This is a team that are 14th in the league with 4 points and -1 goal difference. -1. I'm sure that's correct. You have -1 goal difference. And how much did you spend in the summer? Wasn't it circa 200 million?
Forget about the league table for now. Forget about the league table.
Yeah, and we've also played 2 teams in the top 4. We've played
let me ask you a question, Lawless. Let me ask you a question.
We got a new manager.
What you've seen and your crazy predictions, are you still fighting for top 4 this year? Could there be potential, or is it still too early?
Listen, I'm not ruling anything out here. Lopetegui has a 10 game. Right, we're gonna do it. Remember last 10-game review, yeah, 10-game review. That's when we're really gonna see where we are.
I need a total of 0 games to predict the future of Lopetegui because we've already seen him here. But if you want to wait 10 games, you're gonna find out. You're slowly finding out, anyways. Do
you know what? Yeah, I'm a supporter
anyway, so that's fine.
I'm doing everything right. I'm giving the new manager a chance. Yeah,
I don't believe in him. But you was you've been praising him so much. You've been praising him so much. You haven't had a logical conversation about Lopetegui. You just been looking at the positives. So I hope for your sake, after the 10 games, you might be fighting top 4. Because right now, I'm telling you, right now, you're looking at mid-table.
I said we could be in the conversation, right? That's what I said. All I'm going to say is this year, Chelsea have good individuals. Yeah, they have good individuals. And Don has even said this, so you can't chat shit, Don. But as a team, as a collective, they don't worry me. Like, yeah, they have certain key match winners, right? Like, so Palmer, yeah, he's that guy. If he's on it, he could definitely be a handful, right? If Sancho can actually step up and show that he's consistent and show that, man, that was a blip. Yeah, he's a worry. And Nkunku, like I say, he's got the pace. So, he worries me. I think Madueke, obviously. So they've got good individuals, but I'm not threatened by them particularly as a unit. And this is the thing what Lee don't understand.
And you guarantee me a win.
No, but this is I said I have faith. Faith isn't guaranteed yet. I'm confident. I am confident.
Lawless, let me remind you, this weekend, we need to make sure that we collect all 3 in it because we've got Lavia back now. We've got Gusto back now. I don't know if Lavia is going to get chopped back in because I'm not a doctor. I don't know how injured he was, but he's been back in training. You know what I'm saying? And obviously Enzo Fernandez is back now as well. He was ill the other day. He'll probably start the game, right? So I expect us to control the game. Yeah, we need to make sure that we're controlling the game first of all, and we need to make sure that we're clinical in front of goal because that's what done us against Palace. Against Palace was the opposite of the other day. Was creating some really good chances.
Are you beating them?
West Ham?
Yeah,
bro. Listen, the thing about West Ham, Potts, I can't even lie to you, bro. Yeah, the past few seasons away, they've been our bogey side. Every single time we go there, hold on, D. Every single time we go to West Ham away, yeah, I always predict to win, and we come off short. Yeah, I remember when we finished 12. I remember when we finished 12. Hold on, I'm gonna get to my prediction. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to my prediction because I do think we're gonna beat West Ham, right? But I don't think it's gonna be an easy game where we're just gonna walk over them. We still need to go over there and take them seriously, bro. Yeah, we need to take them seriously. But we need to make sure that we're taking our fucking chances.
Like you took Palace seriously, like you took Bournemouth seriously.
No. We didn't take Palace seriously. We didn't take Palace seriously.
You didn't take Palace seriously. Is that what it was? See, you only
in the second half we didn't
take you seriously.
I think West Ham will have moments in the game. By the way, I do think West Ham will have moments.
Of course they will.
What I've seen so far of West Ham at home, I think they'll have moments in the game.
Can we talk about how Lopetegui's unlocked Danny Ings now, and that's going to be a problem?
Anyway, we're not talking about Danny Ings.
I have to come off screen. I can't take it.
We're not talking about Danny Ings.
He's unlocked.
But look, a part of me saying it's not like Chelsea are going to be thrashing West Ham 4-0. But part of me saying I could see like a 3-1 happening to Chelsea. I can see it
to Chelsea. Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah,
we need to, like Lee said, we need to make sure that we're not playing well in halves. Like that's the problem so far.
They'll sit back. They'll sit back.
They'll sit back, but not as much as what they did with Moyes. Like they won't sit back as much as what they did with Moyes, innit? But end of the day, like Lawless has said, we have more quality than them. Yeah, but right now we're still being built into a team. Well, we do have more quality than you, bro. We've got better players than you. We're a better team. We're better squad than you. Right? And right now you're yet to make it. Hold on. You're sitting there talking as if you've had this manager for long. Your manager is in the exact same boat as us. He's trying to build a team just like us. Yeah,
Kudus, Bowen, Paqueta all get into your team. Yeah, let's just start that. Kudus, Bowen, Paqueta. Yeah,
Kudus does. Yeah, and Bowen, of course. Yeah, Paqueta,
Alvarez, defensive midfield.
No, I'm not taking Alvarez over Caicedo. No.
Can I stop you there? Can I stop you there? Wait, Paqueta gets into Chelsea side. He can't even get to West Ham side. He didn't even start on the weekend against Fulham. What are you talking
because
about?
he come back late from international duty. Like he's still that guy, yeah. And
I'm not
taking
starting to care ahead of Palmer though. Anyway, we're doing irrelevant stuff. But like I said, yeah. But like I said, overall, in terms of my squad, I'm looking at your squad. You've got dangerous players, Kudus. I don't want to be seeing Disasi playing at right back again. Gusto needs to come back in, yeah. Because if we play Disasi against Kudus at right back, that brother's gonna die. He's gonna pass away, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be peak. So we need to make sure we're bringing Gusto straight away, bro, into that side. Yeah, and like I said, we need to be clinical because I think we'll create chances against you guys. I really do. I really do, bro.
Give me a score prediction, both of you. Give me a score prediction, both of you. Now, come on.
I'm gonna say 2-1.
Chelsea. Okay, Lawless.
Yeah, Chelsea.
2-0 West Ham.
Oh,
Clean sheet times.
My day.
Clean sheet times. Listen, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't mean half the stuff you say.
No, I mean it. I mean it.
Let me actually open up your video. Let me see your real prediction on West Ham Fan TV because that's
Yeah,
what
do that.
Yeah, I said 1.
You said 1-0. Okay, so
okay, but
why
you know,
hyping up here saying 2-0 here?
well, because
he's got more confidence now. He's got more confidence now.
Concentrate on your own club. That's what you need to do. You need to concentrate on your own club. You don't need to worry. You don't need to be worrying about any Declan Rice. You don't need to be worrying about any of these other players because you're now currently in 14th place with the amount of money you spent in the summer. You spent a lot of money, and ultimately, now the pressure's on. You got this fantastic new manager that managed Real Madrid and managed all these other clubs. Let's see it come to the fore. I want you to, because David Moyes did this. David Moyes beat Chelsea a few times. So let's just get to the bottom of this now. We need to make sure that we get there and he wins. That's all I want you to lose, but
Lee, this is what I'm saying. The past few games that we've had, like start of the season, yeah, are similar to what we had last year, right? We went to West Ham away. Remember last year we lost 3-1? Caicedo's debut, stinky.
Yeah, gave away a penalty.
Yep, stinky debut. We need to right our wrongs. We went to Bournemouth last year. We righted our wrongs. We went to Wolves last year. We righted our wrongs. I need to be seeing us winning these games, these little games. That's why I said to you, I think we're going to get top 4 because the little teams, the smaller teams, I reckon we get more W's over there. Yeah. That's what we need to keep doing. That's what we need to keep doing, bro.
Yeah. Okay,
that's what we're doing. You will trust me. You will, based on how they played. You'll beat them.
I'm gonna get this shown to the team. Yeah, that's their team talk.
Sooner rather than later at West Ham. You know what West Ham are known for in the Premier League era for large portions of it. You know,
winning a trophy,
manager out, boo. Like that's West Ham known for being that toxic club. But yeah, I think it will come back to.
Because we got to close because people want to.
We need to get to Palace.
Yeah, we're gonna. That's the last thing we're doing, man.
No, because let me just there coming on like he's gonna cook me like because we drew at Fulham away.
No. This is what you're not understanding. It's not because he drew against Fulham. It's the performances. It's the performances.
Performance aside,
you should have lost.
You didn't even watch the game. You just looked at the stats. You didn't even watch
I've been watching your games. I've even watched your Carabao Cup game against Bournemouth.
So
he's on to this game.
You admitting to watching legal streams of West Ham on here.
We're getting onto Don about how
Gary Neville did it. Gary Neville did it. He watches illegal streams, by the way.
At Metropolitan Police, we've got this guy. He's watching illegal streams of West Ham.
Before we come to Palace, man. Before we come Palace, let me ask you all a favor. Please hit the like button. Please hit subscribe. We're literally 8 subscribers away from 24.4. So please make sure that we do that, people. Big up to all of you. Blazer Super Chat says we was 100% lucky that game. Stop it. Lawless next. I think they're talking about Chelsea.
Hold on. Like this is what I'm saying. People are going on as if we scored some crazy goal where we were so bad we created nothing all game. Bournemouth just gave us a sloppy pass that we ended up scoring from. That is what I see as luck, right? We stayed in the game. We created some chances ourselves, just like Bournemouth. And in the second half, our quality on the bench won us the game. I don't understand how that's lucky, bro.
Okay. Well, listen, we're going to move to Palace. D, obviously, I mean, I don't know what was going on with your team at the weekend, my bro. And then, obviously, you've got Man United next at home, which you must be confident about. Because Man United are rubbish.
Let's talk about...
Are you ignoring the fact that we played yesterday as well? And Keita scored?
No. And I was going to ask you about Eddie. I was going to ask you about Eddie.
Against QPR, mate. You scraped to win against QPR. But in the league, this is what I'm saying. You're coming on here, yeah, like you've got something to cook me about, yeah. When you dropped points, yeah, you narrowly got a point against Leicester City, relegation fodder. You have not got a single win in the Premier League. Yeah, you only got a point against Palace. This was Don's word against Chelsea. Yeah, because of luck. Yeah, that's what he said, right? Because they didn't take you seriously.
I never said they got a point.
No, sorry, wait. You said because they didn't take you seriously. Like they
didn't.
No. This is where the
Glasgow's under pressure.
This is where the fraud watch comes out. So let me ask you this question: apart from the Palace West Ham game, how many games of Palace have you watched so far this season? Absolute zero. You know how I know that?
I watched the Chelsea game.
That's what you do. That's what you do. I don't expect you to watch you. I don't expect you to watch Palace games, by the way. But I've watched your games. But you're talking like you watched Leicester game. You're talking like you watched the QPR game. When in reality you haven't. I didn't watch the Fulham game, so I'll just base it off stats. But for the majority of the season, the reason I couldn't watch the Fulham game because Palace were playing. But other than that, I pretty much watched all of your games so far this season. And I know that you haven't watched any Palace game so far this season.
I watched the Chelsea game.
Even yesterday's game. Did you watch yesterday's game?
No, what?
You didn't. So what are you basing it on? So what are you basing your logic on? How did we scrape it? How did we scrape whatever result when you didn't even watch it? Go on, explain. How do we scrape results?
You scraped the results because it was 1-1 it was 1-1. And then you just got a second.
But you didn't watch the game. You don't even know how the game went. You don't even know how the game went. Look, when you look at results, oh wow, you beat Bournemouth in the cup 1-0. But when you look at that result, you actually scraped that game. Like Bournemouth, talking about how they done against Bournemouth. You literally faced Bournemouth in the cup and you were extremely lucky. And I watched that game.
It's the Premier League side. QPR are in the Championship, yeah? And let's talk about Leicester City.
We won. What are you on about?
You needed a penalty, yeah, to get a point out of the game. 40-year-old Jamie Vardy was dunking on your team. So don't sit here and make excuses, yeah? This is Leicester City. You was at home. What did you say before the game? You said, we have to win that game. We have to beat Leicester City at home. And you didn't. You said we must, and you did not must. Yeah. To quote say,
we didn't. But
well,
we're slowly. I mean, we are slowly getting there.
You're in trouble.
Slowly getting there. It's taken. Of course, it's going to take a bit longer, as I've said, for many weeks because of the lack of preseason with some of these players. That's why even.
We're still talking about preseason. We're still using it as an excuse.
Should we just ignore it then?
Well, you've played 6 games, yeah. You've played.
Can I tell you a fact? Gahey has actually trained more with England than he has with Glasner at Palace. But let's ignore it.
So last season he didn't train with Glasner at Palace. Yeah?
No, he was out injured. That's the thing. If we want to
have he didn't train.
Conversation, but you just base your conversations on nothing.
Hold up. So you're telling me, right? Yes. You are trying to tell me that this season, when he come back from international duty, was the first time he ever stepped on a training pitch with Oliver Glasner. Is that what you're telling me?
That's not what I said.
That's what you just said.
I've said that Gahey has had more training sessions than he has with England than he has with Palace. It doesn't mean that he's had zero. My point is that even the likes of Gahey, for example, playing in the back three, is still new to him. Because last season, he only played one game, and that was the last game against Aston Villa. He didn't even play in the back three. He played in midfield. So that's my point. And
why are we letting him get away with these excuses?
I will say though, right, when you look at
there's
Crystal
a lot
Palace,
of new players.
When you look at Crystal Palace, listen, if Chelsea can use excuses about new players and all of these things, then I guess Crystal Palace. But my only issue, and I'm going to say it again, as I said it before, when you got Nketiah, you got no hope. Honestly, I know he's played well.
Oh, wow. He's got to go against Palace. That's
he
his
played
level,
well against Crystal Palace. So, I mean, he played well against QPR. Well done. But over the course of the season, he's going to flatter to deceive. Now, look, maybe I was very harsh.
That's why you're wrong.
Maybe I was very harsh with my critique of him before you signed or just before he was about to sign. But listen, the guy isn't good enough. He really isn't good enough. I promise you.
You didn't watch the Leicester game as well?
I didn't.
You just a basic theory of
how many goals did he score against Leicester?
It's not just about the goals. It's not about the goals. It's not just about the goals. If you haven't watched him play for Palace,
he's signed him for his goals now.
Let me ask you this question: where does Nketiah play for Palace?
He plays on the right. But look, let me say, like,
that's the thing. No one will answer this because you haven't watched
he
him
plays
play.
on the right.
That's
He plays on the right.
That's like
Now, look, I will say, he did at some times, at occasions. I can remember the North London derby away, not last year, the year before that. He didn't score a goal, but he was man of the match for me. He was absolutely excellent. Hold up play, the way that he was spinning in, running down the channels. He was amazing. But you get one of those games, and then you get you get the next 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. He stinks. And look,
He hasn't played 90 minutes. This is what I mean. Even about Nketiah, he hasn't played 90 minutes of football before that Leicester game for 8 months.
Listen, you don't want him to play 90 minutes. You don't want him to play 90 minutes. Trust me, I don't want him to play 90 minutes for you. I'm being very honest.
I'm very excited.
I also heard your new centre back that you bought from Wolfsburg wasn't great on the weekend. But I'm going to give you a play.
LaCroix?
Yeah, I heard he wasn't great. So I'm not going to kill you.
Nah, in the first half, it's the first game. In the first half, he was still adjusting. In the second half, when he moved down to the right-hand side rather than left-hand side at centre-back, he was good. There was no problem.
Let me ask you a question, D. Are you still cool for top 10, do you think?
Yeah, of course. Of course. I'm not deluded like this guy. That's what
I didn't say that with any confidence. I didn't say that with any confidence, bro.
You lot talking to me like the whole season.
No, Dan, pull up the table. Let's see Dan, pull up the table. Let's see if there's 10 teams.
I will.
I haven't said top 4. I haven't said top 4 like Lawless. So I don't know why you lot.
I never said we're getting top 4. I never said we was getting
get onto this guy. We're
I never said we're getting top 4. Never did I say we're going to get top 4.
No, you said you're going for top. No, you said you're going for top 4. You did, Dan. You said you're going for top 4. That's what you said.
No, I said we could be in the race.
Lawless, don't lie.
That's the point. I've never said anything like that. If you're on the race for top 4, then show it on the football pitch because
you've got 2 points
this season. I've looked at West Ham and said, "Cool."
You got 2 points out of 12. 2 out of 12. Yeah?
Where's this Premier League table? I want to see this Premier League table.
Right, look in my eyes, D. Right, I'm going to tell you this now. If you don't get a win in your next 2 games against Man United or Everton, yeah, you're finished.
All right, lads, hold on. Let's go through this. Let's go through this. Right. Who's in the top 10 now? Hold on. Let's look at the top 10. Who's in the top 10? Right. If we're Crystal Palace are going for the top 10, right? They ain't better than the top 4, so let's just forget that. Aston Villa, no. Brighton, what are you saying, lads? What are you saying? Brighton?
Nah.
Yeah. They'll get top 10. All right,
Brighton's getting top 10, yeah?
Oh, Brighton's getting top 10.
Nottingham Forest, no, yeah? So let's remove them out. Chelsea, yeah. Man United, yeah. Fulham?
Nah.
No.
Fulham ain't getting top 10?
No.
Nah.
Spurs?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take out Nottingham Forest and put Spurs in there. Fulham,
you didn't realize they'll finish top 10 last season. You can look at the league table last season, and you could.
Brentford aren't going to. I don't think Brentford will get. So basically,
let's put West Ham. Let's put West Ham in there. Let's put West Ham in.
Basically, you've got Forest and Brentford that aren't going to be in there. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Forest and Brentford aren't.
West Ham 100% in top 10. Oh, you lot just. I can't wait, man.
Crystal Palace.
They've got more quality than you, though.
I can't wait.
Wait. D,
you're not guaranteeing West Ham to be straight away in the top 10.
You're not
guaranteed top 10.
D, but who's got more of a chance of getting top 10? West Ham or Palace? Come on, Mr. Realness.
I honestly have more faith in my club than yours.
Right.
Hold on.
Your manager, I have more
faith. Who do you think you're finishing top 10 above? Because looking at that table, you ain't finishing above. We got them said Brighton. You ain't finishing above Chelsea.
We've played 4 games. We played 4
games.
No,
but I'm asking you. So I'm asking you. So I'm asking you. Who do you think you're finishing above?
Document it, D, bro. Document it.
What?
Document it. He said.
I said document today, bro. None of us have said you're gonna get top 10. Document it, bro.
I don't know. Bring up the last season's table, and then you lot can make your own debate about who's finished above Palace. I don't know. We finished.
No. You had a lead say.
Yeah, no.
You had a lead say.
It's a new season. You
bring up the table.
But you don't have a lead say. You don't have players. You've lost the league
All
seat.
right, cool. I can't.
You lost your best player.
Hold
Hold on. We don't need to look at last season's table. We're looking at this season, right? We know the top four. We don't need to worry about them.
We know the City, Arsenal, Newcastle, Liverpool all going to get finished in the top 10.
Yeah, they're finishing the top
5
10.
are, right? Aston Villa is. I think Brighton will. The only 2 teams in this top current 10 that aren't going to be there, in my opinion, is Forest and Brentford. And I think Spurs will definitely be there. And I'm going to say I think it will be West Ham.
I'm actually saying Fulham. So let's just say Fulham or West Ham. So do you think you're finishing above West Ham or Fulham to get in the top 10?
Yeah. We've done it last. Well, we didn't finish above West Ham, but we finished in the top 10 last season. We don't have to finish above West Ham.
Yeah, but that's
It's
last
a long season. You don't even like the season's done. It's a long season. It's a long season.
What's your next 4 games? What's your next 4 games?
Yeah, let's go to the next 4 games for Palace here, because we
Yeah,
look at this guy.
Dan,
Let me
get out
tell
the
you
next 4
something.
games.
Wait,
Get out
let me
Crystal
say
Palace.
something.
I will.
Wait, let me say something. This guy has so much to say about other people's teams. Yeah, you see how rattled and triggered he gets when we get onto Palace. You see how we can't stand it when we get onto Palace. Yeah, but he's got the most to say about everyone.
There's nothing wrong with
What's
it.
Palace's
You're not
next
talking
4
about
games?
who's going to finish above us.
Let me bring him up.
Like, is it
Last season we were
17th. Well, last season we were 17th
Where's
of
your
March
little
and we still
Palace
finished
mate
top
who was
10.
in
It's a
the
long
chat as
season,
well,
man.
man?
You're not
Lots
looking
to
at the league
say.
table right now. You don't know about injuries. You don't know about managers getting sacked. You don't know about on form, out form. Like, it's a long season. Like, why are we even looking at the table 4 games into the season?
Hold on, Pot.
I
Did
mean,
you hear?
the fact that you lot guarantee
what I
West
said?
Ham
You getting
top
the
10?
Yeah, I'm getting them up, man.
And that interlinks with exactly what everyone's been saying since West Ham made all them signings, that they're all this great club. They're going to be pushing up the
Right,
table.
all right, hold on. All right, cool. So, lads, what are we saying? Are they beating Man United?
So let's see.
Are you?
Yeah.
No, are you? Tell us. Come on.
They could nick a
I
draw.
don't know. I'll probably get a point against United. I'll get a point. Well, 4
All right,
games
so
on
that's
beating
1
United.
point, yeah? That's
compared
1
to the
point. So
game.
they'll be on 3 points, yeah? They'll be on 3 points. Are they beating Everton?
No,
Surely you
they'll
have
get
to
a point.
Surely
They
you have
never
to beat
they
Everton.
never win there. They never win at Everton. When's the last time you won it?
You're beating Everton,
Literally,
man.
did we
Come
not?
on,
All right, so
Surely
okay,
you
let's
have
say
to
they
beat
beat them.
Everton.
All right, let's say
I promise
they
you they
beat them.
won't beat Everton.
That's 6
Liverpool.
points. So they'll be on 6 points because they beat Everton, yeah? They'll be on 6
No,
points.
no.
So they're probably not going to beat Liverpool, so they'll still be on 6 points. Maybe they'll get a draw because they do well against them. So that's 7 points.
No way.
They're Nottingham Forest away. What are we saying, lads?
They're gonna get a point. I think they'll get a point.
All right,
Forest
so that's
away.
8. That's possibly 8 points. Yeah, that's possibly 8 points. What are we saying after that? Spurs. They ain't beating Spurs. They ain't beating Spurs. They never beat Spurs. They never beat Spurs.
They're
You've
big
got some
round
winnable games there, though, D. You definitely have some winnable games in the next
Which
few
ones?
games.
What are the winnable games? Which ones?
Right,
Come on,
now,
they
how
can-
many
they
points
can-
have you
they
not
can beat
predicted? I
Everton.
can note this down.
They can beat Everton. They could
Note
definitely
it
beat
down.
Everton.
Mark my words, they're not beating Everton.
You lot
Mark
do it.
my words.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not like they're playing Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea. Like they're
They've got
playing teams
Liverpool.
that they can beat.
No, they've got
But
Liverpool
Don,
coming
what we
up.
have to be honest though,
I know they've got
they
Liverpool
did
coming
beat
up, but
Leicester.
they've got some games in there where
They
they
didn't
can
beat
win.
Leicester.
They didn't beat Leicester. That's the thing.
Yeah, you couldn't beat Leicester as well. Shit.
At home.
At least
They
there's a
are
big
not
miss,
getting
man.
a single win in their next 4.
Are Palace getting
Mark
relegated
my
this season, lads? What are we saying? So I can just
What?
confirm. I can get on paper. What are we saying about Palace this
His
season?
head's gone. His head is gone.
Listen, I think you're going to be in the conversation.
No, I'm just saying, like, we did predict. So I can note it down. Like, everyone's predicting on Palace. We're getting relegated.
Hold on.
All
Alright, if we don't get relegated, yeah. Aye.
No, let's do it because we all done our top 8s, right? No, let's give our Palace where we saying Palace finish, right? This season.
I'll go 11.
I'm gonna go 15th.
I'm gonna go Palace this season between like 13th and 15th.
Yeah.
Nah,
so
I'm
15th.
gonna say they finish. If they finish 12th, that's a good season.
And then you're saying 10th, yeah?
At least there's a big miss, man. At least there's a massive miss, bro.
Alright, cool. Because it sounded like it. It sounded like you lot predicting us to get relegated. So I'll just curious.
No, it's gonna take.
Listen, I
I'm
was
just saying
honest.
those next games, you ain't gonna win.
I was honest. Listen, when you got Eddie and Nketiah in your team, honestly, man, like.
Nah, that's
yeah.
fine. I can't lie. I've been very happy with Nketiah. So have other Palace fans. So that's fine. That's fine. Trust me. Don't worry about us.
Start winning games because you can't be happy with no wins, D. You can't be happy if you're not winning
We'll
games.
sort that out. We'll sort that out.
I do
I
lose that one, you know.
for me, there's not. For me,
He's
there's not much
happy
pressure
tonight,
in it.
man.
Aguilar's text is about to burst out in tears.
He's not happy. He is not happy tonight, man.
I
I
love
tell you.
how
Ag, you can start a protest. You can start a movement. Yeah, this is all on the owner. This is on your owner. You know what I mean?
There's nothing.
Kamada, that Kamada brother, yeah, is so meaty. If that's your Olise replacement, God save you, bro. God save you.
Alright, calm. But against
Hey,
your
come
side,
on,
against your
it's
side,
crap.
but the funny thing is, Don, you lot couldn't beat us. That's the funny thing.
I know we couldn't because we done it to ourselves. We didn't take you lot seriously. That's my point. That's my point.
Yeah,
if we were serious against you, we would have
that's
beaten
why
you.
we didn't. That's why we didn't change the system. That's why we didn't put. It's funny. It's a long season. I'm gonna
We still
note
create
this down
chances
what
even though you
times
changed the
as
system.
well.
We had 5 big chances against you, D. We had 5.
What was the cooking over the summer again? What was it for? I forgot. I had the receipts. Oh, what was that for?
Alicia.
Brain so
Was it
gone.
about Lisa? Okay, it was about Lisa. Let me have the receipts here. Trust me.
Oh, you could have done that. Is that going to help you sleep at
I'm
night?
noting all of these down as well.
I did. What did I tell you last time when we
Like,
didn't get him? I told you that I can sleep at night knowing that he's left your club and no one else in the Prem can enjoy him. Bayern Munich are enjoying him, far away from me, far away. Like, word to Ten Hag, he's far away from me. You know what I'm saying? He's far. Yeah, so it's calm. It's calm. I listen. We lost out, cool, but right now I'm good.
In a private
I'm good.
chat, you know.
No. Receipts are important. That's why I asked for everyone's predictions so we can go back and later on see who got it right, who got it wrong.
D, let me
told
just
you,
be honest.
document it.
Let me be honest, D. I actually want you to finish above West Ham. Honestly, hand on my heart, I do. But I just
Well,
think you
we
don't.
will. I
I
still
think-
think we will.
You
know-
said that
you know
last
what?
season.
No,
Where's
you
the
know what?
forfeit?
You know what?
Where's the
No.
forfeit?
No, you know what? I'm actually gonna say you finish 11th, but you finish 1 place above West Ham. That's what I'm gonna say.
No, that's your dream. That's your.
No.
that's your-
I'm actually.
Look at.
You know
look
what?
at
I'll be
Leeds.
honest. No.
Look at
Okay,
Leeds.
hold on. All right, I'll be honest. I'm actually on D's wave. I'm on D's wave. I'm on D's wave. Yeah, I'm on D's wave. I actually don't believe in the manager for West Ham, so I'm gonna say.
I
I'm
I
gonna
can't
say
take
that
you seriously, Lee. Why are you looking at
Yeah, the whole of your camera is so badly. You need to put your camera off, bro.
Hey,
This is
listen,
like
bro.
the
This
maddest
is
slip
crazy,
right now.
bro.
This is crazy. The slip right now.
Yo, life comes at you
You boys
fast,
at the
bro.
maddest. Maybe I get it up in the chat. But that is crazy.
it?
Alright, listen. We're gonna wrap because I want to go watch football. So does everybody,
Nice,
right?
keep,
So
bro.
big up to everybody for coming on, man. This has been a lit show as always. Please make sure you do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe. It's absolutely free. I need all of you to do that right now. Big up to all of you. Big up to Lee for coming on with his crazy camera. Big up to Don. Big up to Lawless. Big up to D. Big up to Deji. Make sure you go follow all of these guys, people, because they're absolute legends. They're putting out great content. All of their Twitter handles can be found here. So please make sure that you do go and follow these guys on all of their content and social media channels. We're going to go watch football. Big up to all of you. This Chelsea West Ham game, I'm going to have my eyes on it fully. And,
Early kickoff, man. Early kickoff. We move.
Early kickoff, man.
Lovely.
Early kickoff.
Lovely.
Early
I'll be in
kickoff.
bed.
It can ruin my weekend or it can make my weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
look,
man.
he's gonna be in
Trust me.
bed with his like West Ham blanket on, like, and his little cup of cocoa watching the game.
I can't
I've
lie,
actually
Lewis. I got
I've
off for the
actually got
ticket
no problem
earlier.
with
I
West
got
Ham.
off for the
It sounds
ticket
like
earlier,
I've
yeah?
got no problem with West Ham. I'll be cheering on West Ham because I do want West Ham to do well. Lawless, end of the day, you know, he's my good friend. I do want them to do well, but the problem is they're not going to. That's the problem. That's
No
what I'm
one
saying all
believes
along.
that. No
They're
one
just not going
believes
to with this manager. You know,
At least-
Wait, Lewis,
Leave
I don't know what's going on with Cameron.
Let's go, man.
I ain't got a
Let's go,
clue,
man.
bro.
Big up, people. Absolute legends. See you on the next one. Take it easy. We're out of here. Peace.